Okay, so I've seen this question a lot about how to plan accordingly for postpartum period. And honestly, it's very hard to be completely compared because your childbirth is literally going to hit different every single time, okay? But here are the things that I would do if I have to do it again. Number one, I would plan for a night doula, all right? Going through postpartum period is probably so hard, and the reason why we get PPD, which is postpartum depression, is because a lot of the things that we need to recover and for rest are just not available to us the way that our society is set up. Anybody would be depressed or a bit insane if they were going for days and weeks and months and only surviving off of sometimes 2, 3 hours of sleep. And when I say 2, 3 hours, that's not going to be sleep that you're getting consecutively. That might be an hour here or an hour there. And napping with the baby is not the same as getting a full 8 to 10 hours of rest. All right, because your body is in trauma mode. So if you needed 8 hours or 6 to 8 hours before you gave birth, then you're definitely going to need more rest after you give birth. Like your body is literally an open wound. There are things going on that the inflammation response, the pain response. There are things going on in your body, okay, as if, let's say you got into a car accident or something. I would also have some type of way to get meals delivered, okay? Especially if you are planning on breastfeeding. If you are breastfeeding, your baby is going to be literally sucking the life out of you, okay? So if you're not putting anything in that is nutritious, that is, of caloric value, that has the right amount of protein and carbs and all that good stuff, you are going to drain the life from your own body in order to feed your child. I'd make sure there was a cleaning service on deck, okay? Because I don't know about you, but I don't rest well in an environment that is cluttered and filthy. I just don't. I would have some type of visitation plan that I agreed to with my partner that we would stick to, no matter who it is. I don't care if it's mom, dad, cousins, aunties, best friends, father, whatever, it doesn't matter. Have a visitation plan. If you decide that, hey, I want to spend a week recovering and bonding with my baby and no visitors in the hospital, whatever, have that already planned out and let people know ahead of time so that you're not dealing with a bunch of drama. I would have somebody designated to give out this information. So to prevent a bunch of calls coming into you, in the hospital while you're laid up and you could be, I don't know, recovering from stitches from a C-section. You could have an infection like I did and didn't get to see your baby for 2 or 3 days. All right. Instead of trying to manage telling the story and telling people where to go and where to send things, have somebody that is outside the situation do that for you. I would also make sure that I'm stocked up on supplies, okay? Not such a biggie as it was when I first had my children in 2011 because Instacart and, Amazon wasn't as big as it is right now, but definitely have some stuff stocked up that you know that you're going to need. Have medical supplies for yourself, okay? I'm going to tell you something that really saved my life postpartum. Depends. Get you some Depends, okay? Because them big pads that they give you in the hospital, that's just unnecessary. Get some Depends. Also have plenty of stool softeners, all right? If you know, you know. You're pretty much going to need your mama, okay? I don't know what your relationship is like with your mom, and I'm saying this to kind of be funny, but you need a mom to mom you while you are momming. And lastly, definitely have some money saved up, okay? Because yeah, you might have a plan to go back to work after 6 weeks or whatever, but what if you can't? What if you had complications and you can't go back to work after 6 weeks? My whole respect would draw up if I was struggling to go back to work and, because I'm recovering or maybe I'm experiencing some complications and I have to go back to work after 6 weeks. My respect for my partner would literally just be gone like that. I can't. So I would say just make sure that you have a little bit of money saved up just for a rainy day because you never know what's going to happen with your job. There's been instances out here where women have been let go from their job. I know that's supposed to be illegal, but it still happens. So yeah, that's a short list. But if I had to do all over again, I would make sure I had all that stuff at a minimum.